She's Dana.
And she's Tubbs.
And we're country girls getting down on reality TV. And you know what? Guess what time it is? Shout out! And this is a wonderful lady. One of the nicest people that you'll ever know. And last year she was in the room with Jessica. Jessica Fry, my niece, that's a teacher at Child Development Center. And Sherry England for the Child Development Center. She's wonderful. One of the sweetest people that you'll ever meet. But she is a big-time Walton's fan. And you know, we went to Walton Mountain and visited it. And then when we were in Boston, we were at, I guess, is it TD Gardens? No. Is it the Gardens? What do they call that? Where the Boston Celtics play.
That's Madison Square. The Garden?
No, Madison Square Garden's in New York, ain't it?
Well, you're talking about
where the Boston Celtics play.
That's just called the Garden.
You sure?
Boston.
We'll have to bring Bull in on this one. Okay. But we were there and got a phone call. And it was Sherry, and she had found out we'd been to Walton's Mountain, and she was having a fit. And that's when I found out she was a true Walton's Mountain fan.
Right.
And so, this shout-out is for her, because me and her, hey, we have had quite a few talks about Walton's Mountain and the Waltons, and she's quite knowledgeable on it. And I took my book, which I'm going to have to show. I took my book that Earl Hamner signed, and I had my ticket, because I need people to know this really should be in our tidbits and trivia, but I made history while we were at Walton's Mountain, because I bought more in the gift shop than anybody had ever bought. It took 2 pieces of paper. They do it on the computer. He said, oh my gosh, it's going to be 2 printouts. And he gave me a free keychain because I had made history with the biggest purchase at Walton's Mountain Museum.
How much did you spend? Do you remember?
It was like $160, I believe. But I've got, hold your thought. Just hold your thought.
What in the world did you buy on Walton's Mountain?
Right, just hold that thought. We're going to cut so I won't eat up my time. Okay, I bought this book, Goodnight John Bowie, and it came with the pictures. And this is the Waltons family, and then this is the Hamner family. So this is who they're portraying. And Ben, which they don't have him on here, but Ben portrayed 2 brothers. So in the Hamner family, there was one more child than what the Waltons had. But Ben, you know, kind of portrayed 2 brothers.
Really?
Now, to answer your question about how much I spent, here is the history-making invoice.
Is this the real kids right here?
That's the real kids.
Wow.
All right.
What was his name? I forgot his name.
That is Jason. Here I bought Walton Mountain shot glasses for souvenirs. I bought honey candy pencils. Got Sean wanted a cap everywhere we went. I got postcards and different things. But I spent $155.23 at Walton Mountain. You know, I love my tote bags. I got me a tote bag. Sybil got a t-shirt. I got a piece of the Waltons. This right here is actually a piece of, it's called soapstone. It's part of the original foundation from the Hamner home. Flooding in the spring of 1985 caused a section of the foundation to cave in, and it had to be replaced. So the soapstone was used for all foundations in the early 1900s for most homes in the area. Soapstone was the beginning of Schuyler. Schuyler was the beginning of Earl Hamner Jr., who is the creator of the Waltons. So I have a piece of Walton's Mountain, which is in Schuyler, Virginia. So, but I had a ball there in Walton's Mountain, and we've got some footage that I'm going to be showing from where we actually went. But Sherry loved this book. I let her take it home. There's Earl Hamner's autograph. And she is the biggest Waltons fan. I thought we were big Waltons fan. She knows shows that I don't even remember. Because did y'all know that Opie, Ron Howard, was on an episode of Waltons?
Really?
Yes, he was. He played a friend of Jason's, and they found out, I think he had leukemia or something like that, but he was going to be dying, and it just upset them all. And I did not know that, so when I got back to school one day, I said, did you know there was an episode with Opie, Ron Howard? And she goes, oh, yeah. She knows it all. She can rattle off the names of everybody.
That's interesting.
She knows it.
So what you're telling me is this was the true Mary Ellen.
No.
I mean, the Elizabeth.
Elizabeth, and that's who, yes. She portrayed her. And she portrayed her in the story. Earl Hamner was portrayed by John Boyd. But yes, there's the kids that portrayed them, and there's the real life, the Hamner kids who, the Waltons are, portraying the Hamner children.
Wow.
Yes. And this postcard was just in my book. But it's Mary Ellen, Jason, Aaron, Jim Bob, and Elizabeth on this, but then you had Ben and John Boy. So, but it's a neat place to go if you get it. But
so who was your favorite Walton?
My favorite Walton of all probably had to be Aaron, and I like Jim Bob. I like Jim Bob, yes. Who was your favorite?
Elizabeth.
Really?
Yeah.
I loved them all, though. Like I say, 7 o'clock Thursday night, I was in front of this TV. I mean, I grew up with the Waltons.
You know what? I did too.
I loved me some Waltons.
That was, you could count on it being on at my grandparents' house when I stayed with my grandparents. And did you watch it in black and white?
Oh, probably so. Probably
yeah.
so.
You probably did.
Good wholesome show. No cussing. I mean, they might say Dad Nabbit, and Mama was getting on to him.
Right.
So it was a show that you could watch and you didn't have to worry.
Did the grandma kind of freak you out a little bit? Wasn't she kind of mean?
No, I think she just was one of those that she kept the upper hand. Got the broom after the kids, and
yeah,
but we're gonna have to talk more on this because there was a
little
family controversy, and I got down to the bottom of it, and about the museum and the real Hamner family, and so for another time, because I've got some good Waltons tidbits to tell. But for Sherry England, one of the biggest Walton fans out there. There you go. So, good night, Sherry. Good night, Grandpa. Good night, Mary Ellen. Good night, John Boy. Good night, Sherry.
Good night,
Sherry. Sherry, baby, Sherry. Can you come out tonight? Isn't that song?
That's it.
But Sherry is a good girl. I love me some Sherry. She is a wonderful person, and she loves to chew gum. I've never seen anybody chew gum and make you just want to go get a piece of gum. There's some people out there, I get gum and it hurts. My jaws hurt, my head hurts, everything.
I don't ever chew gum.
But there is some people that can chew gum.
You ever saw me chew gum?
No.
I don't.
There's some people that can chew gum, though, and you're like, gosh, I wish I could chew gum like that. Sherry's one of them. And one year when I had to sub up there for somebody that was out for like 6 weeks, for Christmas I got Sherry a big old bag of assorted gum. She loved it. She could smack her some gum.
Well,
so Sherry, good night, John Boy. Good night, Sherry.
Good night, Sherry.